I'm not that person y'all trying to make me out to be. I'm not that person. I'm not this whole Gorilla Glue girl. My name is Tessica Brown. Call me. I'll talk to y'all. I'll let you know exactly who I am.
Tessica, I mean, I see it in your face right now. I know you have a lot of emotions going on. How are you, first and foremost? How are you feeling?
I'm over it. Yeah. I'm over it.
Yeah. So we see the current status of your hair right now. You went to the emergency room. What exactly did they give you, and is it helping at all?
Well, when I went there, they took me straight to the back for one. She started using a little acetone packs.
Yeah.
And she started getting it from the back. But as she's getting it, it's burning. So they have the saline water trying to cool it as she was going. But it was burning to the point where my heart was beating too fast. So we would stop. She would go again. We would stop. And she's telling me, Tessica, if we get this out of here, we're going to be here for at least 20 hours. So I asked her, is it possible that I can go home and let my mom and my sisters do it? At least, I can be home, because I do have 3 children that have to come, 3 little girls that I have to come home to. So I mean, and now people are saying, oh, she should have stood in the hospital for those 20 hours.
Yeah. And I want to talk to you about that, about the opinions and how you're dealing with that, because I know it's a lot on you on top of what you're already struggling with. But before we get to that, can you walk us through the moment this happened a month ago when you ran out of hairspray? Can you walk us through that moment?
Well, I was going somewhere, and my oldest son, he had my car. So when I went to go use my spray, it didn't have no more. So I'm like, that was the closest thing to it. And as soon as I get home, I could wash it right out. But when I got home, it didn't wash out.
See, that was my major question. Were you in a rush to go somewhere?
Yes.
I mean, I'm a woman too, and I like my hair right. But if I don't have a product, I'll just wait. But it seems as if you were in a rush. Yeah. Have you ever used Gorilla Glue before?
Yeah, I used it before, and it worked pretty good. So
you used it on your hair before?
No.
Okay.
Like I've used it for Christmas. Yeah. I've used it.
So at what point did you realize that it was a major problem? Was it when you got home and you tried to wash it out?
Well, no, it was like, I'm gonna say the week later. And I had to call my mama, like, Ma, this is not coming out. This is not coming out. So we started using all kind of oil. We used olive oil, cooking oil, tea tree. We was using pretty much any oil. So that's why on the video, it was so shiny.
Yeah.
But then everybody started, the reason I went to the internet, because I never was going to take this to social media. The reason I took it to social media because I didn't know what else to do. And I know somebody out there could have told me something.
Yeah.
I didn't think for 1 second when I got up the next morning, it was going to be everywhere.
How are you dealing with that? Because of course there are opinions. You have people throwing shade, but you have also a lot of people showing support and love.
Yeah.
So emotionally, how are you dealing with all those opinions?
I'm usually the person that I don't care, what people say. I just move at my own pace. I don't care what people say. But it's just getting to the point where, people are on TV saying stuff about me, you don't even know me. Yeah. Like if you knew me, you wouldn't say half the stuff they're saying if they knew me.
And you reached out for help.
It wasn't about
attention, it was for advice.
Again, it never was for this. And then somebody said, oh, well, she sprayed it in our head on purpose just to get to here. Who in their right mind would have just said, oh, well, let me just spray this in my head and, I'm going to become famous overnight? Never. Right. Listen. And the inside of my head is like, little radiance. Just, who would want that? Who would want that? I needed somebody to tell me how to take this off. That's all it was.
Do you regret posting it?
Definitely.
Wow.
Definitely. So, I told my son to. Finish it off with the little Got to Be glue spray, just to keep it in place. Well, I didn't have any more Got to Be glue spray, so I used this.
Dang, that's crazy. Her hair really stuck. See, stupid idea. But today, she went to the hospital. And I get on TikTok, and I see her again. So the doctors gave her acetone.
Guys, so Tessica Brown has finally made some progress with this Gorilla Glue adhesive. She was actually able to cut off her ponytail. So she said when she got off of work today, she just got some goof off, put it on her hair, and was able to at least get that ponytail off. Now she said it took her like 4 hours and her scalp was burning, which I can just imagine how her scalp was feeling with this stuff on her head. Now, thankfully, she had a real friend who was there helping her with this to get this ponytail off. Now, she says she does plan on still going to Los Angeles on tomorrow to get this surgical procedure done. That will take about 2 to 3 days to get all of this glue out of her head. And she also addressed the rumors of her doing this for clout. She said it was never for clout, that she actually reached out via social media because she just did not know what else to do and she needed help. She was desperate. So she denies doing any of this for clout. It wasn't for clout. She says that this was an accident. But you know what? Like I said in my last video, she will forever be remembered as Gorilla Glue Girl. Now, I'm just really anxious to see if this doctor is going to really be able to do what he said he's going to do. But you know I'm going to keep you guys updated on this mess. But leave your comments below. Don't forget to subscribe, and I will talk to you.
Alright, I'm going to try this top part. I'm going to try to get it off on the top first. You all right? Oh, hurt you. Alright, so I'm trying to just wipe it a little bit and then put this on there so it don't burn as much. But I'm getting to like scalp part where she got this part at. So that might burn, but I'm just letting you know. That's where I'm going next. Alright, here we go. 1, 2. Good, good. Put the water. Try to put the water.
Oh.
No. Miss.
Wow. I wish I could just,
Wow.
go back. Yeah, because I'm over it. I'm over it.
Is shaving your hair an option, or shaving your head an option, or is that?
Well, when we tried to do the razor, we could have, like when we did the acetone, it was like you could have got under here, but then we couldn't get to the other spots. But last night, I ended up cutting my ponytail off. I mean, everybody knows the braid never was mine, but my ponytail itself, we cut it off last night. So in the middle, you can still feel my hair. It's just all around. And then we started with the I forgot the name of the stuff. We started with that.
The acetone?
No, I didn't even say the name because I feel like they're gonna make that a big name.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so we started with that. And as we're doing it in the front, the baby bangs that I had, just started coming off. Like, yeah. If I don't want to do it on here, but I can pretty much wipe because I put some stuff on it just to make it look like it's black.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Wow. So your hair is falling out there?
Yes.
Other than the fact that you should never use Gorilla Glue in your hair again, what is this teaching you? What do you think?
I'm pretty much, just don't use it. Yeah, don't use it.
Yeah, because I know for me,
and don't post it.
True. True. I know for me, I had to learn a lot of hard lessons when it comes to all the extremes I would go to for beauty. You know, like, because girl, you see my edges too. Like, I like my hair to be laid.
Right.
And as Black women, we have our tricks, you know, our things we do here and there. But do you think you're at a point now where you're thinking about the extreme length you went to get this style perfect? Have you thought about that? Like maybe reconsidering that?
I should have just put a hat on.
So is your hair, is it loosening up at all? Or
yes, it is, but it's like I told him, it's taking a minute only because the stuff that we're using, it's burning.
Yeah.
Like it's burning.
Are you feeling anything physically? Like, did the doctor say that this
Headache.
can hurt you anyway, as far as like
all
your
I get is
scalp?
extreme headache.
Wow.
And they said by the time I get it all out or cut it all off, I may have scalp damage. And in some parts of my hair might not even grow back.
All right, well, let's talk about the love that's being sent your way. A lot of celebrities, Chance the Rapper being one of them, he's saying that he's glad people are supporting you. Has there been anyone else who reached out to you that we may know of offering any assistance? And if so, how are they trying to help?
Portia.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Portia wants to sit me here. Just hilarious. I mean, me and her talk every day like, you know, like we're friends.
Wow.
Yeah, like we're really friends. Who else? It's a lot of people.
I can tell you one person I saw, Beyonce's longtime hairstylist, Neil. He offered you a wig, and girl, that's a Beyonce. Look, he does Beyonce's hair. So are you gonna take him up on that offer? That's a silver lining in this whole situation. That's one, at least.
Listen, but I'm telling you, there's a lot of people that want to give me hair, but the reason I wasn't accepting it, because I don't want people to be like, oh, that's why she did it.
And I totally get that in the social media world that, you know, we have to deal with. At the same time, girl, you going through some struggles, and you have people offering assistance. So if you want it, I say, this is just my advice, don't allow that to stop you from getting your blessings, because that's a blessing. And there are a number of blessings coming your way. I want to talk about the sympathize with what you're going through, but they also made it clear that on the warning label, it says not to get the glue in your skin, on your skin, or in your eyes or clothing. What did you think of their response?
I made a mistake. I mean,
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know.
Yeah. So there were some reports, or according to TMZ, you hired an attorney and are weighing your legal options against Gorilla Glue. Is that true?
No, I've never ever said that.
Wow.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know where all of this is coming from, because at this point, everybody's saying it. Like,
girl.
Yeah.
My heart goes out to you right now. You also launched a GoFundMe account. A lot of people are helping. You've already raised over $12,000. For people who want to help, what exactly is the money going towards?
Well, the wigs that everybody's telling me I'm gonna need. That's why I only said, you know, $1,500.
Yeah.
But from us reading about everything that's pretty much probably about to go on with my head and already done start happening. After
the hair situation is fixed, you now have people that are interested in you. You know, you have you've gained over 530,000 followers in just a week. You're verified on Instagram now. And I know all of that really means nothing compared to what you're going through, but you do somewhat have a platform now. Have you been thinking about ways to use that, or after all of the situation is handled?
No, like, again, in my inbox, it's a lot of people. Please do promos. Again, I don't want to do none of that, because I feel like they're going to say, this is why she did this.
Well, I'll tell you this, from listening to you right now, I clearly see where your heart is. And if anybody watches this and still think that you did this for clout or whatever, that's their issue. And it's obviously not the truth.
It look like every time somebody puts something on social media, that's it. My inbox flood. Don't worry about what they're saying. Yeah, you know, y'all can say that. Y'all can say that. But this, my mama keeps telling me, you know, stop reading the comments. And,
yeah.
But it looks like I can't help myself. I go read them. It's way, way, way too much. Way too much.
Oh my goodness. Hi guys. Hi guys. Hi guys. Hi guys. Everybody's commenting, everybody's making a video about her. And I know this her situation is filled with mixed emotions. Some people say they don't feel sorry for her, some people say they feel sorry for her. I just don't understand, but I kind of feel sorry for her because I am a lady, just like her, and a Black woman for that matter. So I really felt sorry for her. I understand the frustration and, pain she's going through right now. Because if you look at it, like so many, all these things that she had used on her hair and on her scalp is going to be very damaging. The got to be glue itself, got to be gel spray itself is filled with chemicals. So you can imagine that being on your hair for over a month. What exactly is that doing to your skin? And not just that, they have to use some acetone on her hair to be able to remove that hair. And now she's going to she's going to go through surgery. Like, this is serious. And I see people saying that she did it for the trend, but I don't think she did this for the trend. I think it happens. At first, I was saying, like, when I saw all those subscribers that she got, I was like, okay, maybe it's a blessing as well, but this is a painful blessing, to be honest, And sometimes I know it sounds funny though. I'm not even gonna lie. I laughed a couple of times, so I'm not gonna say don't laugh about it, because I laughed. And every time I keep repeating the video, I just keep laughing. I'm like, but I just don't understand how. How did she have it in her mind that this was going to be good for her hair? Like, because, okay, this has got to be glue gel. I use this to slick down my hair. This is Gorilla. This is Gorilla. This is not got to be. So this one here is got to be. That's the one she wanted to use, the spray, the got to be spray. This is the one she wanted to use because a lot of ladies use this to help slick down our hair or your edges, And then this one is the gel, also helps slick down your edges. This is the Gorilla and this is the got to be. So she was supposed to get this one, which she knows about, but for some reason, I guess she was in a hurry or whatever, because she's not able to lay her hands on this, and the one she got was finished. So she decided to use the Gorilla spray, which was meant for wood and metals, Basically, I would say it is meant for handyman, like home improvements. So if I can understand this whole thing, I feel like that spray that she bought can only be found at the store in the home improvement aisle. There is no way they would put that spray on the beauty section. There is no way they would put that spray in the beauty section because it is not meant for beauty. Everything meant for beauty is supposed to be in the beauty section. So I don't know if she was trying to maybe try it out because she don't have the real one that she's supposed to use, and she's like, you know what, it might work, because she said she used it before but not on her hair. Probably she used it to do something in her house and she decided to use it not knowing. But as soon as I saw this video 3 days ago, I started sending it to some of my friends and family members, because the problem with us sometimes, ladies and Black women, is that we don't like to read. Like, we just be taking things and just applying it on our skin. Listen, every single thing that I buy, I always make sure I read it. I don't know if I'm not a big fan of reading though, so that's funny. But when it has to do with anything that I have to have contact with, my skin, my eyes, I always have to read it. I always have to read it. And I feel like some of us, we don't read. That is our problem. We do not read. And I had to send this to people. And because I know a couple of family members that don't read, they would just buy things because they heard some other people are using it, or they know maybe you good at doing your hair, or you good at doing your face. They say, so what's the good one? Let me know. So I tell you the good one, you just go ahead and buy it. You don't even read if that thing is good for you or if you're allergic to something that is in that product. So a lot of people do that, which I don't think that's the case because the girl looks smart to me. People are calling her stupid, but I don't think she's stupid. She looks smart. It was a mistake that she did, a stupid one for that matter, but I don't think she's just like naturally a stupid person. It's so sad, and I feel really sorry for her because I don't know what she's going to be going through. And somebody asked, did she say she's going to buy hair with the money that they're going to give her? Yes, that's what she said. She said she's going to buy hair with the money given to her. So I don't know. That's a lot of money. I would not be buying it with hair though. Like that money can do a lot of things in her life. Something bad happened to her, but like everything she's got. I'm not comparing the money and fame to what happened to her, but like the money she's got right now will go a long way. And I'm pretty sure this girl is gonna make more money on this thing. So basically, I feel like doors have opened for her through a bad experience, of course. So for that reason, I sympathize with her, but it is what it is. And somebody commented here, I think it's Jamila. I wanted to read that because that was like, let me see. Okay, Jamila says, this is the result of beauty. This is the result of beauty standards by Black American men. They are hard as hell on Black women. They clown us for nothing, from your hair to your skin to your face. Wow. Well, I don't know. I feel like when it comes to beauty, like it's not only Black American men, even in Africa, men like women to look pretty. They like you to do your nails. Not all of them though, but they like to do your nails. They want you to, have nice hair. You see somebody wearing their natural hair sometimes, like you're like, come on, go get cute, because what we see cute to be is like somebody having a very wavy, straight looking long 30-inch hair, which is not the case. And now I feel like ladies are waking up and are embracing their hair more, which is a good thing. Even if you're wearing fake hair, it still is not preventing you from wearing your natural hair if you want to. So I don't know if some of you want to come on board and, maybe say something about this issue. I did put the link down below, but I don't know. And so many people are saying things that she did not even say. And honestly, that is to be expected. And I'm sure she knows that. People are going to make up their own stories. People said that she wants to sue Gorilla Company. It's obvious that she cannot sue the Gorilla Company because every product made, they always put like the intended use for, okay? They always do put the intended use for. So there is no way she can sue them, but she had made it clear that she did not say that. People are just making up stuff, okay? And for men that are laughing, I guess they're men. I'm not gonna say don't laugh, but it is not funny. And to me, it's not funny because maybe I'm a lady and I know these are some products that I use, which is quite different from what she used, but I use this product and I know it can happen to anybody, which is the reason why I had to send it to so many of my friends and my family, because I know so many people who don't read before they use product. A few years ago, there was somebody who used super glue on their eyes just to put eyelashes.
Mm-hmm.
How stupid can that be? That is even more dangerous than what this lady did. Super glue in your eye. You could have lost your eyes forever, just to have eyelashes on. It is so unbelievable, the kind of things sometimes we do to impress men. So I understand where Jamie is coming from, because all these things, all this beauty, We're doing it to impress our men. Most of us, we're doing it. If it's just left to us women, we will not bother, but we want to look cute for them because women believe or they feel like this is what men wants. This is what the man wants. So I'm going to do anything to impress my man. So let's also leave that at the back of my mind. So I got where Jamila is coming from. Hi, Jamila. Welcome.
Hello, how are you? Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you. Thank you.
Okay. I'm glad you just mentioned that statement about how someone did use super glue for lashes. You have on YouTube young ladies, little white girls using permanent marker for eyeliner because it has the best tip to make those precision lines. You have people using super glue to keep on nails. You have people using super glue to keep on wigs. I mean, this isn't the first time where someone has done something hazardous for the sake of beauty. And I know someone in the chat was like, oh, you're reaching. I've been a Black woman my whole life, born and raised in the United States. Okay. I know how it goes down. On top of that, I am a public school teacher. So I am an advocate for young Black girls. I'm consistently having to stop the little Black boys from talking crazy about the Black girls. It starts very early. It starts in elementary school. And I know you have a panel of people from all over the world, but I'm speaking from the perspective of, someone who's living in the United States, and I have ears and I have eyes. And not only am I a victim of it, or was a victim of it, I don't care no more, but I'm also an observer of it as well. So you can say I'm reaching all you want, but I can give you story after story after story of how a sister is literally minding her business and a nigga come up to her saying something stupid. You know what I'm saying? The marks on your feet. Oh, your edges is nappy. You're this, that, and the third. I remember being on campus, I was like a sophomore, I think. And this guy was like, if you're going to show your toes, you need to get them toenails painted. And you're going to show them, I'm minding my business. I'm in college trying to go to school. I'm trying to get an education, make something of myself. 19 years old, I don't need that kind of pressure. I remember, before I was wearing a scarf long time ago, I went natural. People didn't know what it was. What did you do to yourself? What is that? What's wrong with your hair? Guys saying things of that nature. Like, it is a thing. It's the issue. And I can see how someone can take extensive measures to have a certain look. When you look at that lady, I don't know how old she is, but you have to understand she's a representation of every aspect of her life, ever since she was 3 years old. You understand? So some of the things that people are doing, for example, like in Africa, we know in some countries, women are bleaching and it can cause skin cancer. They know it can cause skin cancer, but they will do it anyway. So do we just say, oh, they're dumb for putting that on their skin? No, you got to dig deeper and figure out the psychological issues behind it, the social cultural issues behind it.
Absolutely. Yep.
Okay. Heavenly Beautifully Black says she used eyeliner marker.
I know, like so many people did so many crazy things. Like, a lot of people are laughing and a lot of people are like, oh, she's so stupid. But if you think about the kind of things that all of us did since we were young, just to look beautiful, like it's a lot. Some of us can't remember the kind of silly things that we did. Come on.
If we can be honest with ourselves. But exactly. I also think, I know people said she's doing it for clout, but didn't she say she didn't post anything until it was on her head for a month?
Yeah, because now she's frustrated. That's why. It's over a month and the thing is not moving. So this has nothing to do with clout chasing. Like if she got donations, I think because like she got famous, really, she got extra famous by this happening to her. So people are thinking that, oh, that's why she did it. But no, maybe that's the blessing part of it. But she's going through pain.
But I also think, regardless of whether someone does something for clout or not, who's the one sharing the links? Who's the one sharing the stories? You know what I'm saying? She can't make herself go viral. It's everybody else sharing the story. And you say, oh, maybe she shouldn't do a GoFundMe, but people are donating. So it's almost like people wanted the story to get around the world. People wanted her to get donations. People probably, when she went to the emergency room, I'm sure that's a bill. I don't know what kind of health insurance she has, but that's a bill. Somebody has to pay for that. So that's where those donations are going to. And I know you were saying like sometimes we don't read. I couldn't catch what she was saying as far as how she got her hands on that glue, but it sounded like she already had it at her house.
Yes,
like she had somewhere to be. And I'm gonna be honest with you. I have some gorilla snot gel at home, and it has
Me
that picture,
too.
just like
It
yours, of the
is.
gorilla. I'm not trying to sound foolish. I promise you I'm not. But I can see how someone can get that confused a little bit. Plus, how often do you see a glue in a spray?
That's what I said.
You know what
I'm
I
like, you
mean?
know what? Because she's used to gorilla snot gel or these gorilla gels that we've been using. Who knows? She might not even read it. She just probably took it. But because she used it before, now that's kind of confusing to me, like, because she used it before. So she knows what it's meant for, you know.
Well, then maybe that's the real issue. She used it before and she didn't have this result. So she was like, oh, this is fine. I don't even like when you go to some of these, I don't know if you ever been to the ladies that do the eyebrows, the threading,
Yeah.
the Indian ladies, and then they want to do your lashes. And I'm looking like, what is that glue? They're using hair glue for your eyes. No, ma'am. That's not what
See,
that's for.
I used to do my lashes a lot. Like, I love to do my lashes, but I had to stop because I realized that every time I do my lashes, after 2 weeks, my eyes always get red. You know, listen, most of us have gone through all these crazy beauty, tips and tricks that we have been doing just to look beautiful. But I used to do my lashes, and
Right.
some of those glues, when they're putting it on your eyes, it burns. It burns. So that tells you
Mm-mm.
that
It's
something is
not for
wrong
the
with it.
eyes.
It's supposed
No,
to be for
ma'am.
your eyes, but we still use them.
Yeah, I don't want it. I'm not using hair glue for my eyes, not at all. But I mean, people use all kind of different things for weight loss, just
Hmm.
I mean, I'll be honest, I was taking fat burners at one point and didn't necessarily need them, but I was like, I need to speed up this process. I don't even know what I'm taking. I got it from the drugstore, but it could be anything I'm putting in my body. And when I asked the pharmacist, she just said it raises your heart rate. And so I was like, okay, well, I'll be cognizant of that. Make sure I don't take them with like coffee or nothing, or take them before I go to the gym. But come on now, some pills that can raise your heart rate, I can mess around and have a heart attack just trying to burn
That's
some fat. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know. I feel like we all take extensive measures, and I don't know. I don't judge her because she is speaking for like thousands of women. I'm sure it's people that's probably done something crazier than that.
exactly. I feel like as women, it may be funny because, like I said, I laughed a couple of times and I laughed really hard. But I feel like we should just support her as a woman, especially those
Mm-hmm.
of us, like, maybe not you because you covered your hair, so you're not worried. But some of us are still, fixing our hair, trying to look cute. So just support her, show her some love because she's going through a lot, and a lot of people will not understand, especially men. They will not understand
Right.
what she's going through. So they,
Not at
they, they
all.
will laugh, they will mock us, they will say, oh, these black women. But you as a woman, let's just show her some love and support and
Mm-hmm.
be there for her because we are the only ones that can make her feel better. I know it's tough, and it may look stupid to you, but please, let's just show her some love because the lady, as of now, she's going through a lot. You can hear what she said. Her mom said, do not watch the videos, do not read the comments, because this itself is like, I don't know how to explain it because I'm trying to figure out if I was in her place. The whole world is talking about it. Everybody is talking about it. People are making videos mocking her, calling her stupid, name calling, and she's
Mm-hmm.
not. She
But
she
look at her
said,
now, though. She actually got some celebrity friends like
but that's what I said.
Portia.
I'm like, I feel like this is also a blessing to her.
Yeah.
Who knows? We don't even know if she was even able to save $2,000 these past 39 years, because she's 40. Who knows? Now, if all of a
Yeah.
sudden you got like over $16,000 overnight, come on.
Right. And I know she said she had 3 little girls, and she said something about her oldest son had her car. So that's at least 4 kids right there. So if
Hmm.
anything, that's just charity. In Islam, we call it sadaqah. So, hey, let her have that for her kids or whatever. And whoever is maybe going through some things in her life, I don't know. At this point, it don't even matter. Hell, you got 4 kids. I don't care what you
Hmm.
do with it. You know what I'm trying to say, because you know that she's coming out of her pockets for things she probably don't want to.
Oh, wait, somebody says 60? No, I think it's 16, not 60.
Yeah, they said
Well,
16 to
yeah, this
teens.
is 16. Well, it's gonna increase, so don't even worry about it. I bet she'll get 60 because people are still donating. Now she's friends with celebrities. Like
Right.
she never thought she would have talked to any one of those people, you know?
But I really want her to turn her test into a testimony, because like what you and I are talking about right now, I think that's why so many people are reaching out to her, why she has an agent and all of that. People want her to do the motivational speaking and start leading some of those self-help groups, and we need it. We
Mm-hmm.
definitely need it, from the little girls all the way up to, senior citizen women, Black women.
Yeah.
We need this. So whether it's just little small, rap circles of maybe just 10 women, or whether she's leading a whole symposium, honey, get in front of a group of women and say, look, my self-esteem wasn't where it needed to be. My value, my self-worth. How do we fix this? And then pass the positivity on to the next generation. I have a son, and I'm so happy I don't have a daughter, because of all the things that, women have to go through. And I'm just like, wait.
Yeah. Yeah. For me, if I was in her shoes, like, well, I'm sure she's not going to use all that all that money for hair, but she can do something better with it instead of just focusing on hair. I know probably she's gonna get bald, like they said, so that's why she's looking forward to getting as many wigs as possible, because she's definitely gonna need it, and they're not even sure if her hair is ever gonna grow back again. So
No, I mean, I don't wish negativity, but we just got to be realistic. Not her whole head. She's definitely going to have some patches, because the follicle is going to be, you know what I mean? The follicle is going to die
yeah,
right underneath that top layer of skin. So that doctor, who's Ghanaian, he's a Beverly Hills doctor. He's a surgeon. He's offering to do her surgery for free. Did you read about that? Did you see that?
yeah.
Yeah, so I think that's cool.
That's nice. It's nice, and I'm glad that like this doctor is able to help. Her. I believe he can do it. For him to come out and say he can do it, he'll do it. He'll do it. She's gonna be fine. It's just a devastating moment for her, and people are not making it any better.
Mm-mm. But it comes with it, though. Once you put your business on the internet, ooh-wee. But I'm kind of glad she did, because I don't know what else they could have done for her. But yeah, she's gonna lose all that. He's gonna have to shave it all. I mean, a surgeon, they remove skin, and they're
Yeah.
gonna have to just go ahead. But you know what? And this is just me being me. I would love to see her rock a bald head. Hey,
But the
go
thing is,
ahead.
not a lot of people are confident walking like with their boss. I'm not confident doing that. Like seriously,
I
I'm just
understand. I wholeheartedly understand. But I would just almost like to laugh in everybody's face. Like, look here, got my bald head, my earrings, my lip gloss, my lashes, my cute outfit. Let's go. Like my swag, my personality, my confidence. Like you can't shake me. I would love to see, I don't know, like instead of her going from that, get the surgery and go straight to wigs to kind of mask and hide, I would almost like to see her walk in her purpose and be like, look, I'm cute regardless, whatever. Laugh if you
yeah.
want to. So what? Bald head, I'm popping. I got a speaking engagement tomorrow,
Yeah. And Tanika Lee say, if you need a pinch of extra hair for braids only, I have no problem with that. But for short time, like 2 to 3 months, then take it out. Use your natural products for hair growth. Use natural products for hair growth and longer braids, period. Well, I agree, but the thing is that all these things have to start from childhood. You know what I'm saying? Because
Yes.
most of us, like from 1 year old, we already start putting like all these, ponytails and hairs and relaxers on the kids' hair. I see people who like put relaxers on their kids' hair, kids that are like just 3 years old. So you already damage that natural soft hair that they come with, and then if it grows again, now it grows to be that very hard one. So we get these kids used to this, so they don't have like enough courage to go out with their natural hair like they should, because they've been doing this ever since they were children. So I guess all that should start from childhood. Us the mothers should try to teach our kids how to love their self, their natural self. I'm not saying that she don't love herself, because as you can see, she put a ponytail on. So, and I did put a ponytail on. I did put my natural hair and then use a ponytail behind. So I don't see anything wrong with it, but it's important that we teach these kids like how to love themselves first, Let it not be like you need to put extensions, but maybe you just want to, but it's not needed. You know what I'm saying? So that's all we need to teach them. Like, you don't need it. If you want, you can use it, but you don't need it.
Sammy, she was trying to look like you. See how you got your hair slicked down with the ponytail? See, it's too much pressure, girl.
And I'm flipping it.
You coming out cute. She was trying to look like you, too.
I know, right? Oh,
but
my
even
goodness.
in the natural hair community, back when a small group of people first went natural, like late 90s, early 2000s, it was all about just figuring out how to do something with it, because no hairstylist was doing natural hair, especially in normal cities. Maybe big cities, New York City, Los Angeles, Atlanta, Miami, that's it. Anywhere else, you was on your own. And we had an online community, naturality.com, people from all over sharing all these tips. And then over the years, all of a sudden, everybody wants to be natural. And now it's unfair beauty standards in the natural hair community, laying down your edges and baby hairs. When we start doing this, being natural never meant that. Being natural just meant letting your kinks just flow and fly and just grow and have, your kinks and curls do what they naturally do. And then there's the different numbers and letters for hair. We never had that back then. So the 2A, 4B, 4C, when we started doing this, that's like a whole nother level. It's just like colorism as far as I'm concerned. It's texturism. And then, slicking your hair down and slicking and using 3 different products, layering 3 different products on top of each other to get your hair to slick down. It wasn't like that before. Before, if you want to rock a fro or push it back with like a cute scarf or bandana or something like that, it's what you did. Twist out, whatever, even brushing it up in a puff or something like that, locks, twist, all those things. It wasn't about the slick down, gel down, which is nothing wrong with it, but once again, it's pressure. No one cared whether you had edges or not. Like, it didn't mean anything.
And it's kind of crazy, but if you notice, every time like we put our natural hair on, like it's like nobody tells you look cute in it. It's only when you have extensions that everybody's like, oh my God, your hair is so cute. Like I have gone through that so many times. Every time I put my extensions on, everybody's complimenting me, you look so cute, but nobody compliments me when I have my natural hair on. So basically, like that is not motivating me to want to wear it all the time, because it's like you're not looking cute. You feel like you're not looking cute. That's why they're not complimenting you. How are you seeing my fake hair, but you're not seeing the natural me? That's a problem. And even us ladies, we are the first people to bash other women. Especially if your edges are not laid, it is ladies that be like, oh my God, go lay those edges, because it's too kinky, so they don't
Some
like
people
it.
edges don't lay. They just don't. Like mine don't. Yeah.
Mine does don't. Now. I have a product that helps me lay it down, so it does. And I have a very kinky one though, so. Yeah, and Manta said, I've been told to not come to a party with my short natural nappy head. Should wear a wig on that day. The nerve. See?
That is crazy.
And it's
but
crazy.
Guess what? I believe it. I've heard all kind of things. Trust me, I believe it. So take that compounded. So when it comes to trauma, there's generational trauma, there's your own trauma, and then there's vicarious trauma. So not only is she affected, but anybody who heard this story is affected by that as well. You understand?
Yep, absolutely. It's so sad that like our fellow Black people, Black women for that matter, that would be the one to bring other people down for having their natural hair on. So what do you expect? And then men also, like men don't do a lot of like motivation when it comes to women looking their natural selves, but they are very quick at bashing us. You know what I'm saying? When things
And the
happen,
crazy thing about it is,
they're quick at attacking us, but you don't even compliment us when we look natural.
when their hair falls out, they can just shave their head bald. And you notice a lot of times it'll be dudes with no hair that have the nerve to talk about a woman's hair. And I think it's crazy. My thing is, okay, then let your real hair grow out so we can see that receding hairline, or we can see that you got a whole U-turn in the middle of your head, you know?
Mhm.
But that's the same as wearing a weave when your hair is falling out. So you go ahead and shave your head bald. You're masking the fact that you're balding. And so you make it seem as though, oh, I just chose to wear a bald look because a baldy is an actual hairstyle for a guy.
Yeah. Hmm. Absolutely. Actually, who compliments us? I think we're supposed to compliment each other, women and men. Every black person should compliment another black person for looking natural. You know, this is one of the biggest problems that we have in the black community. Like everybody's complaining, oh, these people don't want to look them natural self, you know, and others don't want to look them natural self because you're not doing enough job to make them want to look their natural selves. So I guess we have to do it ourselves. Nobody's going to help us, you know, be better people. That's just what I think. Even like when there was one time that I was wearing my natural hair because I've not worn it for a while, and I wore it. I went to school. No, I went to work, and it was like all these white girls telling me, "Oh my God, we never see you in your natural hair. You look so cute. Please wear it more." And I felt so bad and embarrassed because I was like, "Oh my goodness, did they just say that?" But hey, that's the truth, you know. But how many black people are gonna tell me that? And that means that even though we were wearing all these, you know, fake hair, like these people are not seeing you any better. It doesn't make you a better person to wear fake hair. You may want to wear it just like me, but it doesn't make me any better. That's just what we have to realize. Yeah, because what they say in TV, so no, you may not hear someone saying they like your natural hair, but why? Why? Why do you think I may not hear it? We have to keep hearing people saying they like our natural hair. And like we said, most of us women, we do all these things to, you know, impress men, black men. So we want to look cute. Every time you go maybe to a dinner place or a restaurant, you see all these black women, everybody's looking cute, hair is slicked down, even if they don't have wigs, but they have to slick down their hair, you know? They don't want that kinky texture. They just want to slick it down. It's kind of so sad. Hi, King. How are you? Everyone makes mistake. We live and learn. Absolutely. This is the biggest mistake in her life. I think so too. I think this is like the biggest mistake. But you know what? No matter how much we call it a mistake, I'm gonna call it a blessing as well. Because I'm here saying to myself, "Ooh, I wish I was her so I can get famous." Because it's also a blessing. Look all the things that she got.
Honey,
So
look here. When I saw
if
that
I'm her,
Ghanaian doctor, when I saw that Ghanaian surgeon, I was like, ooh, okay. Do I need to use a gorilla
exactly.
glue to apply out to see him? Ooh la la.
She said, "Ooh la la." Hi, Sister Jahari.
Hello. Hello, I'm oh, Jamila.
You know, she said, "Oh, that Ghanaian doctor is fine."
This is a really interesting conversation because I grew up different. Like because my family are Rastafarians, I've never had a relaxer. I've never had a relaxer or a perm my hair's always been natural. I got in trouble for cutting my hair. That was the issue in my family because I'm one of 7 and we're all girls, and then my parents remarried and I'm one of 14. So there's 10 girls in my family. So I think for my mum, that was a lot of hair to take care of. And I just hated having my hair twisted. And then I started to locks when I was really young, like 17. So I've never really understood all the hairstyles and like braids and stuff like that. But all the other stuff, like even this story, I thought it was a joke, honestly. And I never even saw the video until today. And I think that's really serious what she's going through. I really feel for her.
Mm-hmm.
That's like, wow. That's not even, wow. So as naive as I am, I'm like, wow, I had no idea. And I never really wore a lot of makeup. I did makeup for Chanel for years, but it was mostly Asian women out here in LA. You know, they're not. The black women came in. The black women came in and got their makeup, but they never sat in the chair. You know, it was mostly Asian women that came, and they were like, make me look beautiful, and they were not cute. You know, not cute. But I think this is an interesting topic because it's something that we need to work on in terms of encouraging each other, even male and female, because something like that could affect her children. You know what I mean? Because the children have to see that it's all over social media. Wow. Well,
yeah. But Jahari,
learning,
where'd you grow up primarily?
I grew up UK, Miami, Jamaica, and I saw people with makeup, but it was never in my culture. It was never a real thing. You know what I'm saying? Like,
but you didn't grow up like this lady though. Like if you grew up as a little girl being like African American here in the United States, it's completely different. In the UK, a lot of the black people, they are like Caribbean and African. You see what I'm saying? So it's a different mentality. But in America it's completely different. You got little girls that can't go outside and play because their hair's not done. Like it's a different mentality, I promise you.
But even my family in like in New York and Miami, they didn't grow up like that neither. To be fair,
but it's different in New York and Miami.
I think it's
those
our
are
culture,
big cities. Yeah, Miami got a lot of Caribbeans. New York has a lot of immigrants. Most of the United States, I'm sure you know this, is not like New York and Miami.
That's very
true. They don't have all of that.
True.
It's different, you know. Like I live in Louisville, Kentucky. It's nothing like New York City. Nothing like Miami. And I've been to both places.
Yeah. It's interesting. I just hope that she's going to be okay, like mentally, because I feel like something like this, you have to go through that process, don't you? You know what I mean? Even through, okay, she might be looking like she's okay right now. Like she looks traumatized to me, like for what I just saw.
She looks traumatized.
I don't think she's okay. Like
she ain't okay.
She's not. Because if you look at the first video, she was literally crying. Like on her first video, she was crying.
Oh, I feel so bad for her.
She tried to hold her tears back just by trying to explain to people what's going on, but you can tell she was crying.
Oh, it's just a lot. Maybe like Jamila said, she should just rock her hair short. I had a bald head a couple of times. When I was fed up with my mum having to do my hair and all that, I was like, I'm just going to skill it all off. Went to a barber's, let them shave it all off. And I went bald-headed for a few years. Loved it. Wash and go. But
see, I don't have the courage to do that. Like, bald head, it's not for me.
I think that's the beauty of Black women.
I think you'd look beautiful with a bald head, Sammy. You really would.
Oh my God, I have such a fat face. It's not going to look cute.
You've got the face for it.
Listen, my face is so fat, so I know that bald head is not going to look cute on me.
Your face is not fat. Come on now.
Okay, I have big cheeks then.
Yeah. I think that's the beauty of it, with some nice earrings, you know. But anyway, I'm not telling you to go and cut your hair off. I'm just saying. I'm just saying that I think that we just need to.
I did cut my hair in 2017. Yeah, I cut my hair in 2017 because I didn't cut it all the way, but I had to cut it because I was tired of the relaxers and it was just damaging. I'm like, I'm done with all this, you know, so I just wanted to go natural. So I cut it and I started. I got back from work and then I sat in my beauty room and I started cutting my hair. And my husband was like, what are you doing? I'm like, I'm just cutting it off. I'm tired. You know, at some point, listen, all these like trying to look beautiful is not also easy. You know, it's so difficult and it's so expensive, very expensive. Because
Okay.
I'm spending so much money on hair, on fake hair, a lot of money on fake hair. And trying to relax my hair all the time and use all these, gels and all that, it was just too much. I spent so much money on it. And every girl that is doing it, they're spending so much money on it. So it's important that we understand, or we teach our kids to understand that it is not needed. That way, you don't feel like you have to spend all these thousands of dollars on it. Because if you look at it, some people will spend like almost 3,000 a year on hair because they be buying all this expensive natural hair, real hair. They call it so-called Brazilian real hair. It'll be like $200, $300. So if you buy 2 of them or 3 of them, you almost at $1,000. And there are some that will just $600 for just 3 bundles. So you can imagine.
Wow. Okay. Wow. I seriously am naive when it comes to that. Really naive. No clue.
It's expensive. If you know how it is very expensive. And I was
definitely
into
an investment.
Yeah. I was into it. I used to buy hair like crazy. And now I don't buy hair like that because I was like, you know what? This is unnecessary spending. So I stopped buying crazy hairs.
I mean, that's a flight almost to Africa. $600.
Oh yeah, people spend more than that. They spend more than that.
But I mean, still, that's a flight somewhere. Jeez.
Absolutely.
I can't justify doing that just for. I don't know. I'm a different type of woman, though. To be fair, but and I think that all us women are beautiful, regardless of what we do. But it breaks my heart to see something like this because I just feel like she's still got to go through that process and then come out and heal, from it mentally. You know what I'm saying? Because everyone's watching now. Once it's out in social media, you know how it goes, right? She'll never be able to not be stopped. She won't be really able to have a private life, and she's got children. So that's the part of it that's like, wow, But anyway, I just wanted to just jump on for support. But yeah, that's my little.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Thank you so much, Sister Jahari. Thank you.
I love you. I love you, and I like to learn about these things, even though I don't, I don't know much about it. But for me, it's a whole different upbringing. You know what I mean? I didn't see a lot of that in the way of hair and all of that. I do my own hair and I do my own locks, and that's how I was raised. To do my own hair. So it's not really a thing for me to go to. I think I've gone to the salon 4 times in my life, honestly, because I do everything myself. But I can understand how that can really affect somebody. And she looks in a lot of pain, even though she's putting on a good face, but she looks like she's in a lot of pain.
Yeah, she is. And she's so frustrated because people are calling her Gorilla Girl. I'm like, girl, just let that slide. You're never going to stop that,
Oh my God.
People are going to call you Gorilla, whether you like it or not. Even if she gets old, like, people are still going to say, oh, remember the Gorilla Girl? That's her. Now she's old. Like, just let it go. Forget about it and focus on your future, There's there's a lot of good things that came along with what happened to her. So just focus on that and focus on the people that are, supporting you. Because there's always going to be the naysayers.
I think we have to understand, though, as a people, though, that we are beautiful regardless, you know what I'm saying, of hair or makeup or whatever. We are just beautiful anyway. I think it has to start within. I think that's something that we need to, embrace with our young children, that you're beautiful regardless, you're handsome regardless, because I think it is a thing that if you don't start, feeding that into children when they're really young, they just don't grow up feeling that way. And then they feel like they have to be accepted in society.
Yeah. Like, we, especially Africans, we have a big problem of, telling our kids how beautiful they are. Like, when I had my second child, everybody was like, and this is family and friends, oh my God, the other one is more handsome. He's so dark. He's black, because he's a bit darker, and they say it in a joking manner. And it's not funny. But he's a boy. But what if he's a girl and then you keep saying that to her? It's gonna encourage her to bleach, you know?
See, that's how I grew up.
Yeah,
That's
because
how
they
I
say
grew
That's
up.
this in
sickening.
a funny way and they be laughing. He's so dark. He's so dark because he's ugly because he's black. The other one is fair. That's what makes him, handsome. I'm like, this is not funny. Like, and a lot of people do this in Africa. It's not funny that you guys are making the other child look ugly and telling them that they're not cute because they're dark. And I feel like we're just not helping the way we should. Like we are the one that motivates all these things that we don't want to happen. And at the end of the day, we come back and complain, why are you doing this? But you're one of
That's,
those people who used to
but
bring
that's
them
it.
back.
That's it right there, because that's how I grew up. And there's a big color thing in Jamaica and Cuba. It's big. If you're dark skinned, you're not worthy of the beauty as opposed to light skin. And I've got sisters that are different hues of black. So, the lighter you are, the more pretty you are, and that's how I grew up, and that was the thing that I had a little bit of like, wow, and I had to make myself get out of that, because at the end of the day, it is what it is, but I remember going out with my sisters sometimes and feeling like, whoa, okay, you know what I mean? You feel a bit, not inferior, but you feel a bit like, wow, they get so much attention and you get nothing. You know what I'm saying? And my sisters were older too, so that was the other thing. So there is different sides of stuff that you go through, coming up. But there's a big color thing, in the Caribbean. It's terrible.
See, that's what Happy Companions is saying. Not only in Africa, it's also in Africa diaspora too. See,
Definitely.
I never knew like in the diaspora people kind of like have like that color inferiority thing.
Oh yeah.
Apart from between blacks and whites, I didn't know it happens
I
between
know
black
it
people
happens.
too.
I know
I
it
was
happens in
thinking
black
the
people too.
between
Yes, it
black
does.
people is only in Africa. That's what I thought. I'm like, it's only in Africa, but here everybody that's black is just black. Either you're caramel skin or you're dark chocolate or you're very, very dark. So, but I didn't know they have that also in the diaspora.
Yes, they do. Yeah, they do, and it's big.
Wow.
I honestly think colorism is worse in the United States because there's so many different skin tones to where it actually sticks. It actually makes a difference. Like, and I'm not trying to be disrespectful, but in like some of the islands, 95% of the people are going to be dark skinned. You know what I'm saying? So the light skinned people are going to be such a small minority, but in America, it's not like that. Plus, you have a whole lot of biracials and mixing. And so the
Not
colorism.
necessarily. No, not necessarily, because you go to Cuba, you got the Afro-Cubans, you got the Cubans so you got Cubans with Chinese, you got Jamaican Chinese, so it's very, very mixed. It just depends on where you go. You know what I mean? It really does. And even in London as well, you've got a lot of different mixed hues of black skin tones, so it's quite heavy. So it just depends.
I watched something. It was on YouTube about Nigeria. So it was those shows that they would just go in the streets and then ask people questions. So they'll put like all these three girls. Two of them were dark, and then the third one was very fair. And the guy was asking people on the street, like random people, like, hey, these girls, if you were to marry one of them, who would you marry? And so many people choose the dark skinned person. They were like dark. And then some people choose the light skinned person, but so many people did choose the dark skin. But when they ask, so why do you choose the dark skinned person? They'll say, because the fair one will be too expensive. So see how being fair makes you like, it's like you too expensive, you rich, and you're good for the rich people. And then when you're dark, then they're like, one of the guy was like, I can manage the black one because it's not gonna be expensive for me.
They felt dark skin was less maintenance.
Less maintenance. And then the thing is that if you look at it, most of the time, the people, all the millionaires, like the African millionaires or the people that have so much money, they gravitate towards light-skinned people and they call them Driankes. And Drianke in Gambia is like the big women, the big women that have money, and everybody is kind of like, they're inspiring to other people. So those are the fair ladies, and people that have money would go for women like that, and then the ones
Well, in
that
America, they don't even be black girls. They get with women that aren't black at all.
Yeah, I mean that's a global thing though, hun, because it's in the UK and it's in Jamaica and it's in Cuba as well.
Exactly. It's global. It's everywhere.
Yeah,
it's in
it's
India
global.
as well. It's
Yeah,
everywhere.
It is. Like there's people that I know from like Jamaica and Cuba that would never ever date a black woman, a woman that's dark skinned ever, and they're dark skinned themselves. You know what I'm saying? And they would never date a woman.
Do you know that in India, like, do you know, like, the original Indians are not like very light skinned?
No, they're not.
But
They're dark.
everybody, they all want to be
rich.
light skinned now. Yeah, so they bleach. That's why India, if you watch like Indian videos, like they be making a lot of bleaching creams, like a lot of them, because the original ones are not like light skin, like
That's
we
true.
see.
That's true. The Bangladeshi and the Pakistanis are very dark. They're very dark. It's mostly the Hindus that are really quite light, in like fair skinned. But that's true. That's true, because we have them in London as well, and they're like that. And they don't associate, and the dark ones don't associate themselves with being black. You know what I mean? Like dark skinned. They always want to aspire to be white, and they do. They bleach their skin, even the men.
Wow. It's crazy. It's crazy. Anyways, we're gonna end this video here, and thank you, ladies, for coming on board today. And for everybody that's listening or who's gonna watch the playback of this video, if you're a lady, let's support what's her name? Tessica. Yeah. Let's support her, show her some love. There's still gonna be people who are going to, try to bring her down, but it's gonna be better for her if she has a lot of supporters. So let's be part of those people as women. Let's support our fellow women. Okay, that's all I want to say. Jamila, thank you. Sister Jahari, thank you for coming on board and sharing.
You're welcome. Bye, queens.
Bye. Thank you.
Bye, queens. Peace.
Bye.